That one. Can you talk real quick? This is what I was afraid of. I have destroyed everything again. Can you hear me now? Okay. I have once again found a way to destroy the desktop audio on here, so I have to very quickly try and remember how to put it back again, because this is just how professional I can be at times. Okay, we're just going to call it that. That's fine. We are going to make that, I don't know what. Speaker, sure, why not? Try talking again. That is not it. Okay. We're going to figure this out because it's going to just bother me until I die, which is great. It's just so good. The media source. Yeah, jump in anytime. I apparently don't know where my desktop audio went, and it has decided it wanted to disappear altogether, so that's not desktop audio. Not desktop audio. That is the problem. Sorry, everybody. Terrible, awful. Failing. Desktop audio device. Would that be that? Try talking again, AJ.
1 2 1 2.
Okay, I found the desktop audio again. So yeah, great. We're good. Okay, do you hear him now, Rashi Boshi? Yep. Thank God. All right, Rashi Boshi, pretend we are not terrible at this and I didn't accidentally delete my desktop audio, and we're just going to pretend like that never happened, okay?
We're going to pretend like that didn't happen. Okay, so count it down so we can knock this out.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, summoners. Welcome to another pulse-pounding, lightning-inducing, tower-ascending episode of a Monster Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War.
There it is.
I am the 013 AztecOlmec, but it wouldn't be a proper episode if I didn't have the bingo shouting Lightst777 with me. See?
How are you all doing? Hello, Rashi Boshi, Beyond the Stars. Hello. As always, Aztec, how are you? After that rough start where I deleted the desktop audio, are you okay? That didn't wound you too much, did it?
Please, I'm bulletproof.
Rampant
this time,
unprofessionalism.
Baby, I'll be bulletproof. Sorry, I don't sing very often, but that's why I don't sing every because it's freaking terrible. But anyway, what's up, everybody? Very, very happy to be here. Just to answer your question, Ken, I've been super awesome, completely ridiculously good. The weather has broken over here in the East Coast, so we had a couple of really nice days, really nice sunny days.
Define really nice days. Like what are we talking? How nice?
60 and sunny is enough for me.
60s. Well, hey.
Yeah, got the patio together, got the grill going, so I'm a happy camper.
That's awesome.
And we got the bingo event, which is actually pretty well.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the bingo event, of course. We did have one of our favorites, Ferentis, over on the Discord, had a question, and that reminds me, I keep meaning to do this, but I have forgotten, so let me go do that. He wanted to know about 2A fairies because he feels like they are much maligned, and we are suckers for the old much maligned characters that don't get used in this game sometimes. So, of course, I am going to talk about that endlessly. Of course, we're going to talk the bingo event because that is going on. Aztec watched a video about some Steel Fortress because he is still feeling every bit of that steel hitting him still right terrible. In the face.
Still terrible.
That.
Still terrible. At
Steel terrible. That's funny. And we are going to talk a little bit about my new arena team that I have kind of fallen into now with my updated whatchamacallit?
No more Bolverkia?
Oh no, I mean always Bolverkia. Always Bolverkia. But gotcha. I found that Bolverkia is very situational, so I have had to move slightly from where I would have been with that, so. And I am just going to move my fairies over so we can discuss them. And then, we are going to, just talk about all of that. So, right off the bat, the bingo event, let me just say I am terrible at these types of events. And I'm going to tell you why.
Why do you say you're terrible?
I work really hard. Stupid cat. Of course, I once again missed the button to actually move these over to where I need them and want them. There we go.
Why do you say you're terrible at these?
So the other day, I had one where I was trying to rush to finish before the day reset, and
right.
I most definitely did not I got everything done, but I hate these events where you actually have to now go and claim it. It's not enough that I did it. Like, the system won't just be like, congratulations, you did it. Obviously you want whatever prize we were going to give you. It's kind of interesting to me that it makes you jump through a hoop then on top of all that. And, it makes you actually go, yes, please may I have the daily prizes that you were going to give me. Please.
So let me guess, you were fast enough to do the actual thing, but not fast enough to get the actual event.
It wasn't even about being fast enough. I just simply did not, I did it, I got all the things, and then I got distracted and forgot to claim it, and when I came back, it was 2 minutes after the hour, and of course, I missed out on it.
I've been there.
So, I hate that. I get when it's selecting one of the prizes, on the bottom part of the event, but I really don't understand this, the whole thing with having you jump through hoops, so to speak, to actually be like, oh yeah, now we can give you what you should be getting because you obviously completed the quest, so I guess you can have what you could get, but you had to tell us you really wanted it. Maybe you wanted to skip it. Maybe you didn't want those scrolls. Maybe you just didn't want that. Who doesn't want that? That's why I don't like anything where I have to jump through a hoop for the automatic prizes. I really, for one single quality of life update for me, I wish so much that they would just make it to where it just gave, if there were those automatic, oh good, you completed your 3 lines, just put it in my inbox. Don't make me go and jump. Go ahead and check mark it, say that I got it, so I can go and look at what I got if I want. But just put it in my inbox, because I completed your mission for you. That's all I have to say about that.
So you want automatic rewards in your inbox?
I just want it, if I do it, don't rely on me to actually remember to go and tell you, yes, now that I've completed it, please give me my prize money. Yeah, no. That's the most annoying thing to me about these events. Is like I work hard, I get it done, and then I make one silly, stupid mistake, and you know.
And you don't remember to pick up your rewards.
Curses.
Hey, Lightstar, pick up your rewards.
Thank you. I should do that at that. What do you think about the bingo event? I mean, other than that, like I'm happy. I've already calculated I will not be able to get all of the prizes on the bottom, which depresses me a little, but
all I care about is the Devilmon, and I'm on track to get the Devilmon. So as long as I get the Devilmon, I'm super happy. I'm stocking up Devilmons. I'm gonna say Devilmon again because Devilmons.
Devilmon.
That's the only thing I want.
See,
that's all I want.
I recently burned a bunch of mine because my arena team, but you know what? Let's talk about this right now, just because I have them all here to talk about. The fairies, okay? Specifically, we were asked about the 2A fairies, okay?
Yeah.
Elucia is definitely... see? And that's the problem. One, two...
I think she's the only...
4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm not going to do this right now.
She's the only viable 2A? Like,
you know what? I don't believe that. So,
2A fairy?
I mean, you've got the sleep. You've got the removing harmful effects, which is great. And you recover HP from your target ally, so that's good. And he freezes an enemy, right? And when you up her to her 2A, she removes all harmful effects on target ally and increases her attack bar by 25% and recovers HP. And it's proportionate to attack power, and she attacks 3 times, freezing the enemy for 1 turn. So, I mean, she's good. She's got crowd control. She's got, she's got utility on that front. She's pretty good. You have the fire one. She's got, stunning the enemy, and she's got, another stun if it's a single target that it hits, and attacking all enemies for 4 to 6 times and reducing their attack speed. Again, it wouldn't be... I mean, when you 2A her flurry attack will also remove beneficial effect and reduce her attack speed for 2 turns. That's pretty good. Like, again, a nice, entry-level stripper and all that if you don't have one already. 2 arrows, taking stuns him. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, good for crowd control. If, here's the thing. I feel like the fairies fit in very well if you don't have another one of something, right? Like,
Like, who would they replace? Because I'm just not a big fan. I mean, besides Elucia, I don't think any of even in their 2A forms, any of them are really like, all right, martial cats. When they're 2A, they're just as good as 5 stars. Not so much with the fairy.
Well, but the thing is, fairies are support monsters, so you'd really have to have a 5-star support monster to base them off of. So, I mean, but that's the problem. Like, they are different enough that that's not the thing. They're not overly a damage dealer, and they're not overly a support monster in my mind.
Like Fran eclipses all of them. I know she's like the fairy queen, so she's supposed to.
She's not them. But the thing is,
a regular fan is better than these 2As.
But also, like, you have Aileen here, right? She gets a passive with her 2A. The inflicting damage is increased by 30% for each harmful effect on the enemy. So, again, that's where if you have a lot of dots or, you have your homunculus, something like that, that is going to be somebody who could definitely do some significant damage with that, And again, more stunning... If the target's immune to being stunned, reduces the attack bar to 0. with a 60% chance at just her 2A. So again, it's another monster that can help you with crowd. Like, again, if you don't have a lot of crowd control monsters, that can be good. And also, with Eileen, you know, you're talking, if they're immune to stun, like, say, you know, one of the boss monsters, they're going to, you know, they're going to do more. They're going to reduce the attack bar, which is great because that's adding that definition of more crowd control. The Dark One, she was one that I was building for a while once upon a time. So basically, it's kind of almost like Triton, where she silences the target, but hers is for 3 turns, which is even better than Triton, and increases the enemy's chance of landing a glancing hit. And then, you know, removing beneficial effect and stunning the enemy. So, you know, a lot of them are great for crowd control. I mean, so see, I'd been definitely working on her once upon a time, but that's the thing to me is like, you know, they have their uses somewhat. Let's just go ahead and awaken this
think they get eclipsed by, I mean, besides Lucia, because she has a sleep mechanic, I just don't.
But see, I think it's because you have the monsters, right?
I do. But think about it. Would you spend a Devilmon on a 2/8 fairy? That's another question.
Well,
would you? Because they're going to need Devilmon. You can't, you know, skill them up in the normal way.
Right. You know, the thing is, again, so like, here, you have Neil, right? Neil removes the ally's harmful effect and makes the ally invincible for 2 turns, which Jean, the light paladin that you get, the 5-star, only makes somebody invincible for 1 turn. And she's not cleansing. She's only making them invincible for that 1 turn.
Yep.
Which, you know, again, if you have Neil, she's going to do that on 2 turns. You know, again, she's got the recovery and remove harmful effects mechanic and chance of stunning. And then you 2A her and, you know, you also grant immunity with your making them invincible and you're recovering 20% of your max HP. So see, to me, again, if you were early to mid game, I would say, and you had a gap in your team, like, there are places they could help. Like, if you needed crowd control and healing, and you didn't want to have to waste 2 monsters for it, these are a good solution. Like, they can do more than one thing. And to me, I love those monsters that can do more than one thing. Like, I want to have something that is more useful than just a one-off. And I mean, and the thing is, like I said, like, you know, even if you look at Jean versus Neil, Jean doesn't heal. I mean, yes, Jean is a way better tank, does, you know, okay damage, like, but I mean, Jean is built to be almost indestructible, and that's Jean's whole shtick.
That's what
so, but, like, the fact that you could have somebody who's not only going to be keeping your team alive by invincibility and, you know, being able to potentially stun the targets, and they're going to be able to, you know, heal people who get hurt, all in one package, I think they do have use. I just think, like you're saying, and like, you know, Ferentis was saying, that a lot of people probably won't focus on them because of it. And yes, Lucia with the sleep mechanic is great. Like, that's a wonderful thing to...
Awesome.
To, like, actually, you know, to actually use if you're going to be using a sleep team. I mean, she's one of the best out there. But there again, you know, there are other, like, if you don't have an Lucia or you haven't built her, like, there are other people you can use to sleep. Dark Brownie Magician, for example, any of the, you know, the Succubi.
You're totally proving my point. I just think they get eclipsed. I mean, I think there's a couple of 4-stars which are better than a 2/8 fairy, besides Lucia, of course.
True.
But I'm just not a huge fan of the whole family, 2-8 or not.
But and that's the thing. Like I mean, personally, obviously, you can see I have not built any of them necessarily, but
exactly.
But I did start on soaring. I did start trying to to level her up and all, because at the time I saw, and this was like long before the 2A. I definitely saw use and utility in them. And again, if I was going to make a sleep team, I probably would finish 2Aing Lucia, which right now it would just be buying enough fairies to skill her up, because I'm at 100% 2A experience for her. But again,
that's good.
I would almost take up the gauntlet of one of the others just to prove my point, but because who would expect
it? Since well, think about it. You already have it pretty much done. You might as well, throw enough fairies to skill her up. Next week, I'd love to see the Lightstar version of Lucia.
I might do it.
You're done already. You've done all the heavy lifting.
Well, but see, I want to make one of the others built just to prove my point. You see, like I want to just prove to you that one of the others could be viable on a team, but it's probably not going to happen. You know how I am. I get very distracted.
But I want to give a big shout out to Francis. Really want to thank him for that question, because that is a pretty because we love the 2As, we love the 2As, we love them. Like martial cats. Like what are the other 2As that we love?
Well, the thing is, the wind martial cat and the water martial cat are two of the hardest hitting monsters in the game if you build them correctly. So there really is no argument that they are earning their keep and then some. So,
and they remind me of my own cats. So that's another thing. But yes, the 2A Grim Reapers. What a great addition to the meta. Terrain and Sath are freaking awesome. Let's see. I think you're building the water martial cat. There's like a lot of these 2As are just. Oh, we didn't even talk about the 2A Lulus and Lulus. You know what I mean? The little ghost monster people.
Howls.
You know what?
The howls. There it is.
Oh, howls. There it is. There he is. But we haven't even talked about the 2A howls yet. We probably should, because we like howls and these, weird niche monsters.
I 2A'd my Lulu, I think. I think she was one of the reasons why I 2A'd. I'll check after this. I'm pretty sure. She's still 5-starred, but I'm pretty sure I 2A'd her.
Yeah.
Them.
But I want to share. I was checking some, bagel news and bagel talk. Shout out to the bagel master, because I still am pretty terrible at Steel Fortress. I'm not even going to talk about Punisher's Crypt, but he gave me a great team to work on, and I pretty much have them all situated. However, that team is Spectra, Virgile, Lauren, Lushan Lead, and Rauk. So if we mosey on over to the Steel Fortress, I'm just going to set that team. Now, what are your thoughts about that team, and what is your current team for Steel Fortress, Mr. Lightstar777?
That's a great question. Hold on. See, I told you I did. See, Lulu and friends. I actually did 2A my Lulu, and then apparently I robbed my Lulu and friends of one of their runes, because I'm a monster.
You are. You're a monster rancher. Monster rancher.
Let's see. This will be the easiest way to show what my team was for Steel Fortress. So my team that I was using for the 10th floor was Verd Lead, Zinc, Fran, Brandia, and uh, poop. What's her name? Lauren.
Got you.
Let's see. It's been a while, so let me see. I'm just going to run it and see what happens a couple times because it's been a while.
It has. It has definitely been a while for me. But I am going to actually build my Spectra properly, and so that I may conquer Steel Fortress. Now, why do you run Zinc? I know he was like this huge, awesome part of the meta, a couple of months ago, but I totally forgot why. Why do you run Zinc in
because
Steel
it
Fortress?
just prevents the boss from getting a buff. So, like, see how yours has the defense up and the shield right now?
Yes.
So, basically, it prevents him from getting either of those.
So, would someone like the light Ifrit, the light Ifrit help with this? Wouldn't you just steal him?
I mean, it would steal it, but he gets it back every single turn if you don't block it. So see how, like, you're slowly chipping away at him because every time you hit him, he gets that. Granted, my Zinc has yet to land. There, he finally did it. So see, in another turn or so, he'll lose his shield on my one, and then I'll start doing significant damage to him. But that's the difference.
No.
Your team is just out to put dots on him and let him die that way. Which, I mean, if we're talking about dots, I mean, there is some argument that, we could experiment and see if the LightningTastic team of, Sath and Tattoo and Melia would have a chance.
I think so, just because, I was lucky enough to use one of my friend's Saths, and did pretty well. I mean, granted, this is a junk floor, but
yeah. So Rashi says in the chat, and Rashi Boshi, we just love you. You're the best.
Sure do.
He says beneficial block is almost always necessary on Steel Fortress 10, and Zinc does help with wave clear on earlier stages because he has 2 AoE skills. So yeah. So see, mine won. I'm going to experiment. I'm going to try a modified team that's somewhat my Sath team, but I want to see how we do here. Okay.
We did an episode, and I'm pretty sure it was called "How to Block Boss Buffs," or "Sure You Can," or something like that. So we did a show on this already, and I'm still terrible.
I know, but it was a show years ago.
It was probably last year that we did do a topic on this. But do I have any units that block boss buffs? Do I actually? Because I definitely know I don't have Zinc, but I had somebody.
I could have swore you got Zinc at some point. All right, this is my team I'm trying, so we're going to see what happens here. Okay, first wave, no problem, done and done. Lots of dots, lots of death. Okay, mid boss here. So my biggest problem with this is the speed of clearing the waves. So I've left Zinc in to keep the blocks away. Yep, Ergar is also nice because he blocks beneficial effects, and so does the Wind Kung Fu Girl. All right,
that's why I was building them. They're both in just bad states of disrepair, halfway built. And I totally forgot why I was building them. That's why I stopped. So I have both Ergar and Wind Kung Fu Lady.
Ling Ling.
And still in the process of building them because I totally forgot why I was building them. But I think Ling Ling, I was actually
he uses Ergar lead, Fran, Ling Ling, Crow 2A, Lauren. So I'm going to try this again.
Excellent. So you have 2 of them.
I'm just going to try again for the sake of experimentation. So this team, while being able to just mow through the front part, the first 3 stages, it really came down to the fact that I did not get the block beneficial effects onto the boss. and he got way too many buffs at the end. So if you watch, like, the waves are not an issue here. I mean, as you'll notice, I'm crushing those waves. But yeah, let's watch and see what happens here. So, okay. Because honestly, if he misses again with his blocking beneficial, then I'm pretty much a loss. So, I mean, see, I do. Oh yeah, I mean, look, because he's getting way too much. Okay, so I blocked it, but it's not going to be enough to finish him off. So
got you.
So you see, I like the concept of that team, but it's not enough.
What about the Wind Vampire? What about yeah, that guy.
Well, again, I know I have a team that works. I was just experimenting for funsies.
Arjen.
Yeah, Rashi Boshi says having multiple beneficial blocks helps to make sure you can land it more consistently. If you have only one he misses, you have to wait for it to go off cooldown. Yeah, so that is a fact, Jack. Let's see.
Excellent.
If I get rid of that...
This is odd because...
I'm going to try something else here. Just because I'm not ready to give up on a potential dot team here for my own amusement.
But I'm wondering why this team that Bagel was using doesn't have any of these buff blockers.
Well, you also have to remember he has god runes that we could only dream of having someday.
Amazing magical runes. More magical than usual.
I mean, it's sometimes not even that he has the runes, he just knows what he's looking for when he's farming, and he knows every stat that he needs or wants. So I feel like it's also just he's got great experience. That was very funny, that falling down.
That's all it is.
But I definitely think that he, I mean, it's definitely like just his experience alone, but I mean, I would say his team, it probably was all about just dominating and destroying it before they could do anything. Like I haven't seen the video, so I don't know exactly what he was doing, but I'm sure it was something like just imposing massive amounts of damage on him.
Now, do you have any Punisher's Crypt tips for a PC noob like me? Punisher's Crypt noob, not PC.
Yeah, these teams are just not good.
What is the...
No, I mean, this is why I was experimenting. It was worth the energy to me, but... even though the dot team can take care of all of the trash waves, it's not enough to take out the boss. So, interesting. So my team on Punishers is kind of similar. It's Verd and 2A Crow, 2A Roke, Lauren, and, of course, Colleen. So, that is my team. It's nowhere near fast or anything else. It's just a team.
It is a team. Now, I'm telling everybody that's watching or listening that your birthday is the 29th. You're going to have somewhat of a birthday summons, and it just happens that the same day that the Elite update for Odyssey is coming out on the same day.
True statement.
So look at all the birthday presents you're getting. So what are you going to do on your birthday? Are you going to stay up late and load the Elite Odyssey update when your birthday hits? Are you going to do your birthday summons at midnight? What's your birthday plans for the 29th? Because that is sooner rather than later.
I always get swordfish steaks from Whole Foods. And I will be summoning what scrolls I have other than what I'm going to do today, because I need to try my exclusive summoning stones for my chance at an Archangel and a Dragon. Also, Rashi Boshi, again, wonderful. Trikaru works on PC 10, and you just don't want anything that reduces attack bar because the boss just gets all up in that. I know that the light Rakshasa
right.
paint, but what is her name? I forget what her name
Paimon.
is, but no, not Paimon. That's Genshin, but yeah, no, what is her name? Anyways, I'll look at it after this, but she, like that one in Yen, I know were a team that people used quite often.
Pang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Rashiboshi. See, you guys are both so good to me. Yes, Pang and Yen were both ones that I know were on a PC-10 team for a while, and I think it's because Pang would reduce the duration of beneficial effects, and Yen just destroys everything in her path. I'm very glad I 6-starred my Yen. I very much enjoy Yen, especially in guild battles, so let's find out here. Just end that battle now. But yeah, as Rashiboshi says, Chikaru should work. I still can't quite figure out why my Chikaru doesn't work, even though I more than meet the thresholds.
Right.
It's very upset. See, ooh, look at this. Cruel Revenge Rune. 6 speed. Now, AJ, this rune that I'm looking at, would you buy it? Because I have my answer, but I just want to hear your thoughts.
I see crit rate and I see speed, so yeah, absolutely.
See, now my one thing is that crit damage is locked in, so... But yes, I am going to buy it because it potentially could turn out to be a good rune. We may never know.
That brings up a question. Can you crit on revenge? Like when you revenge procs, can that crit? I always wondered that.
You know, it is kind of an instant buy since I have 94 million mana. I do really want to break 100 million mana, but I continue to always get a little bit too spendy with my runes before I get there. I think the highest I ever got, Rashiboshi, was I got to like 97 million, and I had to like level up some runes, and I went down like another 3 million. Every time it's like 3 million, I bring myself back down to. Yes, and Rashiboshi confirmed, but yes, you can crit on revenge. Okay. Unless you're using one of the Onimusha, in which case you won't crit on revenge.
He doesn't crit at all. Gotcha. Excellent.
Yeah, that's why Triple Revenge Verd is such a thing in RTA, is he can increase attack bars of his allies when he revenge crits. That's actually pretty smart. What is mine? Verd. Mine is Blade Rage. Yeah, Triple Revenge, though. That could be a thing.
That sounds really cool. I've always wondered that. Thank you, Rashi. Appreciate it. Very cool.
I was doing a thing. I was thinking... Oh, yes. Let me try it. You know what?
Back to you.
Oh, okay. Apparently I did try my Chikaru against PC-10 before. I'm going to guess it won't go well. Let's find out together, shall we? But while we are doing that...
It's probably not going to go well.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. I mean, again, my Chikaru...
Oh, well, tell me about this new arena team that is going to...
Yeah, let's talk about something successful while that fails. In the background. So...
Because we did say how cool Bolverk was. Well, Bolverkia, I should say.
I mean, So here's the thing. There's my Bolverkia team, Bastet, Bolverk, Felleria, and Masha, my Fire Beast Rider. But this team here, this has become a team of some note. Triton lead,
Okay.
You're going to love this. Galleon, my Beth, and Suiki, the water Onimusha. And the reason why I do it this way is for the following. So you see, they get all of these buffs. So my first turn, I take away their buffs.
Right.
So there we go. They have no buffs. I try to land my defense break on as many of them as I can, which was all 4. I use my Suiki third, who moves in order to do some pretty good damage. I've killed their Miho already. And now I get my Beth, who she killed another one, and now I just do my block any beneficial effects, take out one more, and they're down to just their Bastat. So that's a team that normally I would have probably been afraid to fight, but
definitely.
But again, this team has been very good. See, my Chikaru failed. No surprise there. Honestly, I know I've been trying to build the Chikaru for a reason, but I might do what Rashi said and just change my Verd to Triple Revenge and see if I can still get a 100% crit rate, and just see if that helps me in any way, because, honest to goodness, I don't know what I've done wrong with my Chikaru, but it never works. It never works anywhere.
How did you ruin said Chikaru?
So triple determination, HP, defense. I have plus 42 speed, plus 11,000 HP, plus 1405 defense. My second one, plus 10,104 health, plus 65 speed, plus 1040 on the defense, plus 1078, plus 27 speed, plus 14,841 for health. All on determination sets. And then I'm sure it's my Verd's fault. My Verd only has 7,200 extra health, 32 speed, 100% crit rate though. So I'm sure it's Verd's fault that I die as often as I do with that, but
I actually like this arena team. I'm so glad you're using Galleon, because now I get to spam that Galleon soundbite that we like so much. But that looks like an awesome team as long as we get out ahead of them, And look, you're about to get another victory, which is actually.
Oh well, I mean, this is just a lone character. This was never going to be a challenge. Yes. Do your rageful return. Ooh, that is a good point, Rashi Boshi. He suggests I speed my Beth up to go before my Onimusha. That way I get a second chance at defense break with my Beth before my Oni moves. That is definitely...
Well, you're definitely going to need that because he doesn't crit. So that is a...
So 171.
Speed tune that Beth.
171, yep. 144. I have not updated her runes ever. I am sure all of these are... Oh god, look, it's a rare rune. Who am I?
You are Lightst777. So right. What I want to do is I definitely want to have you summon your 3 for the day, just to do your daily.
And I'm doing more than that, but I have to do more than that
today. Why?
Because I told you it's
Okay.
Hold on. Because
right. Yes, stones. You did say that.
Yeah, because the exclusive summoning stones go away in 4 days, so it won't make it to my birthday, so... I've been sitting on reappraisal stones for about 5 ever, so I probably have not used more than 5 in the past year. But, yeah. What do you say we do a little bit of summoning action? Let me make sure, running down the list here. 2 A's from Ferrentis, bingo event, my arena team, there's Bagel's video about stories, and yeah, perfect. Yeah, we'll skip that last bit because we can. All right.
Yeah, we'll definitely do some Falcon and Winter Soldier next week. Yeah, that'll be cool. But by then we'll have about 2 episodes. That'll work.
Sorry, I'm just crafting my reappraisal stones while I was thinking of it.
Okay.
Nice scrolls. Ain't never unhappy with scrolls. All right. So yeah, I am ready to summon a lot of
Archangel.
Wouldn't that
Summoning
be something?
Archangel. That's all we're doing.
Wouldn't that be something, my friend? Wouldn't that just be all things to all people? I would love that very much.
Should I count it down, or do you have space? Are you all set? It's like you're ready.
Yeah. Space schmace. I'll just summon into the oblivion. That's fine.
Okay. Excellent. So I'll count it down.
Sure.
I'm going to use some stones in solidarity. I only have enough for about 2 summons there, but who cares? So 3, 2, 1, and summon.
Hadoshin! Hello! Hey, look, I got a 4-star Garo right off the bat. That's a tease because they know I'm never getting an Archangel or a Dragon, so... How you doing, Hiroshin?
Honestly, Garo's pretty awesome.
Yeah, mine's 6-starred already, though. The joy is gone of my Garo days.
Oh, okay.
I never know if fast or slow summons will, like, Bagel, he summons, like, faster than anybody. You know what? We are doing good. I want a dragon or an archangel, so if you can, like, vibe that out to the RNGesus here from my exclusive summoning stones, that would be dope AF.
I got some lightning, but it's actually something I want. I can't believe it. Gene, the fire on Phantom Thief, I fed a long time ago. And I actually kind of liked him. Just because he has, he's a pretty good one-hit nuker. I mean, only problem is I have so many fire units now. But regardless.
You can never have too many. Thank you for the energy, Hiroshin. I appreciate that. Eladriel, yes. I just want, I want a dragon and I want an archangel. There are 2 families I have nothing from. Is that just asking too much in this game? Just to get one little thing I ask for? Just one time?
Yes. I would think it is.
It was. It was too much. It was too much. You know what? I'm going to do one mystical scroll just to, palate cleanse at the end of that. Yep, nothing. Okay, good.
I am so happy right now. The curse has been lifted.
Mm-hmm.
The curse you put on me has lifted, Lightstar.
I didn't put a curse on you. Life put a curse
Who's my girl? The Lapis curse.
I didn't put that on. Back from the fade. Back? You know what? You better lock that immediately. Back,
baby.
Immediately.
Back from outer space.
Lock it up. Lock it up.
Feeder? Okay, no problem.
You're the worst.
You know that wasn't going to happen ever.
No.
But it's okay. So the running joke about my account is I fed my Lapis. And in all of the, beginner books, they give you Lapis, as your first farmer. And I actually got Kaito pretty early on, so I was using him as a farmer. But it was really difficult to farm Phaemon, so I, farmed in other ways. And Lightstar would not let me forget that I fed my Lapis.
You sure did. Yes, Hiroshin fed his Lapis. My
3.5 years.
My farmer for every single time I need to level somebody. My vampire ruined Lapis is there for me, and this one feeds it. But we all have our sins, Hiroshin, because I also, like an idiot, wanted to skill up my Barbarian Kings, so I chose the Barbarian King on that Choose Your Own Dungeon instead of the, what is her name? Right. The Dark Magic Knight. What's her name? She shows up on the screen every now and then. Whatever her, what you have her, what is it? The Dark Magic Knight's name. I must know. Oh, you froze. I see. I see what you're doing over there. You're being frozen. I'm going to look it up here then. There. He's still frozen. Dark Magic Knight. Where are you? Lynette. So, Lynette... Yes. Thank you, Hiroshin. Thank you, Rashiboshi. Yeah, so Lynette is the one I for some reason thought that skill ups were better than the others, so I ended up being stupid myself and not getting what I should have got in that one, so just wait here a moment, see if Aztec makes it back again, which, guessing by that little dot spinning around, he might. Oh, look at, he's moving! He's moving!
Yep, he's back.
But yeah, we do all make mistakes. That is, I think, the unifying thing for everybody playing games like this. That, you know, like another thing I did and I regretted for years was I awoke my dark Taoist, which I didn't realize was paramount sin of all sins, and I could never draw him again. He was like gone from my account forever. Like I have summoned at least 12 basalts, the dark what do you call them? The mammoth guys, battle mammoth.
Yeah. You're right.
And like I've had 7 Manturas, the dark serpents, but I could not pull another one of the dark Taoists to save my life. And then I got 3 of them, all like back to back almost. So I finally have one that I'm leveling up that is not awoken, so I'm not a sinner anymore on that front. So,
and you have actually 2, right?
3 now. I have 2 unawakened ones, and then the one that I awoke years ago. So,
awesome.
Oh my god, I would love for the Taoists to get to 2A. That would be, yeah.
That'd be ridiculous. That'd be a good sign.
You know what? I'm still pulling for, you know. So in Toa, Heroic, and Normal, the big thing is that if you don't awaken him, he's kind of like the Onimusha. He doesn't crit. So,
got you.
So he was very useful for like your Artamiel stages, your what is the dark Valkyrie. But any of those that, you know, you don't want to crit them because they'll counterattack you, those were the ones that you would use him for. So it was like a big thing that you weren't supposed to awaken him because then he gets like a 30% increase in his crit rate. And back in my youth when I didn't know any better, I thought you awoke every single monster because that was just your progress in making your account better. So
that's just what you did.
Right. So I did that, and then like immediately afterwards the chat just turned on me like nobody's business, and they were after me, Hiroshin. They were just on me. I felt so bad. So terrible. But yeah. So but now I have all my non-critting people, so I have my Onimusha. I have 2 Onimusha, so I'm actually going to build my second one for those stages and put them with Camules and
Camules. Are you kidding me? Oh man.
Yeah, and then
Camules? Are you serious?
what is the dark werewolf again?
Jolton.
Joltan, yeah. So that's going to be my plan for how I deal with them. For you know what? Right. And see, Hiroshin, we're all human, and that's what I love about this game. Meeting everybody and finding out how they also made rookie mistakes once upon a time makes me feel better.
That should be our topic for next week. What is your biggest rookie mistake? Me, feed Lapis. What else did I do? I fed someone else. Antares, the fire.
Yep, and you didn't ask me. You did it, and then you were so proud. You're like, I fed the fire one, and I'm like, he's the best one, and you're like, oh,
yep. Did. So I mean, I'll get one eventually. I mean, if I can get a Lapis, the sky's the limit for me. Because I knew I wasn't going to get another Lapis at all, ever, because of the curse of Lightstar.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Curse of Lightstar.
I'm just waiting. I need like 5 more choose your 4-star events, and then I can get my 5 giant warriors and my 5 Lucian team going. So
5 Lucian team. Jeez,
yeah. It's going to be hilarious for me because I'm going to ruin them in 5 different ways. So that's my goal.
Oh, that's honestly kind of cool.
I mean, of course, Hiroshin and Rashi Boshi for sure, for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you. Really appreciate. We do these live streams now. It's something we started a month or 2 ago, and we're having a lot of fun at it. So, for me, I love when you guys are here because, like Rashi Boshi earlier, when we were recording, had a lot of great questions and feedback, and I just love it. It's great.
It's a good time. I want to give a big shout out to Napalk. Napalk hit me up on email, and just reaching out saying how much you like the show and how much and if you would like if we need any help with topics or anything like that, how he'd love to help us out. So I want to give a big shout out, and yes, we're going to definitely take you up on your offer, for help, because we need help in so many ways. Besides,
Absolutely. Also, of course, Ferentis, who did bring up the 2A fairies. Very quickly, I'm just going to touch on what Rashi Boshi said, but in the theme of our biggest mistakes that we made.
Okay.
Rashi Boshi says, my Awakened Dark Taoist experience was like learning about percentages in 2, 4, and 6 slots, and how he'd 15 level slot 4 flight attack rune, and was laughed at in global chat. I understand. I understand well. I don't flame people, but when I see people who go to plus 15 on a flat rune, I'm like, oh, buddy, that's tough. Sit
down, that's rough.
No,
teach the ways of SW.
We were all there, but it is all the curse of my account that anytime I get a legend rune, more than half the time, it'll be a flat 2, 4, or 6 slot and not speed.
Right.
And it bothers me so much that I never can seem to get lucky with a nice 6-star legend rune.
Just for in the to shout people out, I definitely want to shout out to Moan Kim, because he was the literal first influencer, I guess you could say, for Summer's War that I watched, and everything that I absorbed from those videos, I definitely shot over to Lightstar. But when I Googled Summoner's War when I searched for Summoner's War on YouTube, I watched his videos first, and they got me through. Of course, he didn't tell me not to feed Lapis. That would have probably been helpful. But just want to give a big shout out. He's definitely still streaming Genshin stuff. So I want to give a big shout out to Damone Kim, the motivational gamer, for helping me out.
Love
Genshin. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Napog. We will definitely take you up on your offer, to help us out with topics and such.
Hiroshin, you're just never too late to the old Lapis party,
Never.
I want you to build that now, just in spite of yourself.
I have to. I got a 6-star.
Oh yeah,
get her out of the rooms and all that.
You gotta give her everything, like the whole kit and caboodle.
For the 3 years that I've been without one, you know what I mean? Awesome. So that pretty much wraps it up for this particular episode of A Monster Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War. New episodes on Saturday on the podcast, so on Wednesday we stream this comedy show right here. We stream and we look good doing it. Anyway, reach out to us on mrgtsw@gmail, mrgtsw on Instagram, @Ranchers Guide on Twitter, mrgtsw on Reddit, and mrgtsw on Facebook. And yeah, I believe that is. Oh, and on Discord, Monster Ranchers Guide to the Universe. We have a link to our Discord on, I think, all of our socials. Mm-hmm. So hang out with us. We talk about more than Summoner's War, Marvel shows, Elite Dangerous, No Man's Sky, some anime. I still got to fill in that anime channel with all of my 3 decades of anime knowledge. Oh man, good times on our Discord. Yeah, that's it for us.
All right.
Live long and prosper, everyone.
Peace.
Live long and prosper.